there in YouTube land? I'm doing pretty good myself. I'm at work on my break. I got a little taste of topic to chat with YouTube about today. I'm going to tell you guys about a few scams I done run into talking to these Filipinos in my time of talking to the Filipinos. How did I get started talking to these Filipinos? Well, to make a long story short, I'm just a lonely man, lonelier than a big dog. You know what I mean? When I first started talking to him, I was just chatting back and forth. It wasn't nothing serious. I was in a relationship, but I was lonely. Uh, so that's how it started. I'm gonna tell you a few of the scams I run into when I first started chatting. You know, first I'm gonna tell you guys out there in YouTube land, when you're getting into a relationship with somebody, I don't care if it's in the United States or with someone overseas. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Uh, Sometimes some churches, when you go to the pastor and tell them you're getting married, they will present you with a checklist. That checklist is a good thing on whether or not you are compatible. It would say things like your religion, your hobbies. Are you a very social person or not a very social person? Uh, your sex life. If all those things don't match up, when you guys get together, it's gonna be problems. Don't just say it matches up, but you know it don't. Just for the sake of being in a relationship with somebody, you just say it matches up. But all in all, it's really not matching up. It's not matching up. It's easy to tell whether or not you two are compatible if you do a checklist. That's in the Philippines or in the US. You do a checklist, you both look at the checklist. Do you like the same things in the bed? You write it down. Are you social? Do you like to party? Or are you quiet? Or you like to stay in? Your religion. What you like to eat. Now, for the sake of being married, if you're presenting this checklist to someone from a poor country, they might just say, "Oh yeah, I do all that. Whatever you do, I do." So the checklist might not work right. So you can have so like let's say if you're going to Africa or the Philippines, you might not even want to show these people this checklist because they're gonna start doing everything. They're gonna do everything that you do just to be compatible, so they can get the hell out of Dodge or keep you, so you can help them with monetary means or to get that visa. So you make your own checklist, and you date and you chat and you discuss and you see. And if the significant other ain't down with the type of things that you like and y'all don't have the same personalities, just move on. Don't feel sorry for them. Just move on. An empath, EMPETHS, like myself, some people like to call the slang simp. An empath can be called a simp. You know what I'm talking about? You like to help people. You feel sorry for people. I'm an empath to an extent. You know, you get yourself caught up. If you're an if a sociopath or a narcissist, they ain't gonna get caught up in no shit like that. They ain't worried about you. But the emphasis, just move on. You'll find somebody that you compatible with. For instance, I'm gonna tell you about a few scams I ran. I remember the first chick I chatted with in the Philippines. Scam. First, I'm gonna tell you what made me. I seen this Asian young. They looked like they was in his 20s. This young black dude and this Asian chick. They looked happy together at first, but then, just like any other woman, they sweet in the beginning, but then they lay down. But then once they got you, she was sweet until she got that baby, and her true colors came out. They sweet until they get what they want, and then they relax. But then they got you for the long haul. But sometimes, even though they have relaxed and show their true colors, they still better than a foreign woman. Could still be better than an American woman, even after they relax. But it's best to get to know somebody for a long time, and do not ignore the red flags. You done got to know somebody, you don't want to get rid of them. Do like the Filipinos do. They don't just chat one person; they chat many people, and you don't even know it a lot of times. Don't ignore the red flags. First scam I got into chatting, I ain't know nothing about the Philippines. I was on a chat site, and all it was a picture in Viber chat, and I thought it was real. Oh, we chat. They're not gonna ask you for anything. You're just gonna have a regular chat. They might say, yeah, I'm finna go somewhere or whatnot, or they might say, oh, I'm sick. Or, oh, they might be crying, say, oh, my mom's sick. Oh, all I need is $10. Well, they won't even say they need $10. They say, oh, my mom's sick. The doctor bill is, but they're not gonna ask you for anything. They're gonna say somebody in the family is sick, you know, or whatnot, and they'll talk to you later. They try to find a way to go to the doctor or something, or their stomach hurt, they hungry, but they're not gonna fish. They're gonna put it out there and wait on you to ask. You know, first one I chatted, I hadn't even seen them. The people so poor they give you such a sad stop story, but they do be poor. So a simp like myself, helped them out a little bit. I'm just a simp ass. I'm just a simp, lonely guy. Uh, hey, we all are a product of our environment. We all are a product of our upbringing. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm not gonna tell y'all my whole life story, you know. But hey, and moving right along, yeah. So I chatted her for a little while, and then, I used to help out in there every now and then. And then I said to myself, "Well, no, I didn't say shit. What happened? I happened to been on Facebook and looked up on Facebook, and I seen her with a boyfriend with the laptop. He had the iPad. He had his money maker strapped around him. Oh, they was living it up. I tell you, I was like, look at this shit here. So I learned a little bit about that. Next one, I chatted. I didn't do. I said, if you can't see them, it ain't real. So I was able to see the next one, and we video chatted and everything or whatnot. She said, "Oh, she's sick," you know. She said, "Oh, she's a diabetic, but she's gonna be okay," you know. Every now and then she gets sick. Oh, she act like she finna pass out and she throwing up. She said she's a diabetic. So, but she said, "Oh, she's okay." So a simp like myself, an empath, decided want to help her out, and they act, they act like they care for you, but I said, "Wait a minute, this heifer." I say, you know, I'm gonna stop helping her. I say, "Hell, she wasn't dead when I met her. It's, she ain't gonna die now." Oh man! So I got rid of her. I figured out, oh, she's playing me. Then this was another chick. Oh, I be chatting these chicks. It's all about having somebody to talk to and chat. This is therapy. These women that I was talking to over in the Philippines, it's cheaper than therapy. I actually paid a therapist once, $75 for 30 minutes. These Filipinos I was chatting to was a whole lot cheaper than that. You know, I could have went out and I could have went out and found somebody to chit chat and talk to if I wanted to, but that's not in my makeup. You know, I'm a product of my environment. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But so I didn't go out and find somebody to chit chat. I did it online. I'm a truck driver. It's good truck driver chat. I'm a truck driver. It's good talking to them. These little women. I chatted a few African women too. Cheaper than therapy. Cheaper than going to a therapist. Having somebody to talk to, laugh, and giggle with. You kick them a few dollars every now and then. It works for me. I get tired of it. Later on, I pick up another one. It wasn't hurting me none. It was a little chump change. I'm an empath. They were poor, but let me tell you, once you give them $1, they gonna have. They always. I started saying to myself, these people must got a book they reading out of, because every freaking time they got a new line with a new freaking problem. And then you say to yourself, goodness gracious, I ain't seen nobody with this many problems in my life. This heifer must got a they got a freaking how-to guide. They buying a book or they going to school for this shit, because it's never the same excuse. They taught me well. They sure did. All the way down to this military chick. Oh, we was cool. She was real religious. I was religious. I kicked off a couple of dollars every now and then. She was poor. She definitely was hungry. Every now and then I kick a few dollars. But then she started lying to me. And she was military. She was staying with her brother. And then her brother, I see her brother in black and white. She's lying and hooping and hollering, telling all these lies. her brother's head pop into the screen. And I said, this heifer playing me, this heifer playing me like an old piano. She playing me. She tickling my keys like a big dog, you know. I had to kick her to the curb. She was more like a payphone. You had to put a quarter in her for her to talk. If you she wasn't gonna talk unless you put something in the machine, you know. Then I had one. I was chatting. I helped her every now and then. I just one time, you know, I told her, I say, I can't shit. You know, I figured out I figured out real quick that she was just playing around. Didn't give her anything one day. Oh, she called me the N word or whatnot. Kicked her ass to the curb. Now, my wife, I helped her. I always tried to catch her in a lie. We video chatted. I couldn't catch her in a lie. She needed help. I helped her. Every penny I gave her, she put it on something useful. Now, a few thousand pesos or so, she might have scammed me, but pretty much, she might pretty much was telling the truth most of the time. And if I couldn't help her, she wasn't mad about it. Whatever I could help her with, she was okay, and when I couldn't, it was okay. And then that just made me help better. I'm just a product of my environment. Let me tell you one thing everybody in this world needs is everybody what that song is? Everybody needs somebody sometime. You know what I mean? We all need company and chat. We all do. We all made up different. I have enjoyed myself chatting with these Filipinos, a few Africans. I have enjoyed myself. Some people gamble, some people smoke dope. Hell, I used to chat Filipinos. It wasn't really hurting me none. They got rice, clothes, lights, and I got companionship. Got tired of them, kicked them to the curb, and got a new one. So, moral of this story is, guy got a YouTube channel called Life Beyond the Sea. He says the best thing that you could do, empath, is do not get attached to anybody. Hook up with somebody that's already working, and you won't have to worry about anything. Or it's okay if they not working, don't give them much at all. Just a few dollars every now and then. Maybe $20 a month or something like that. Very few. But if you get somebody that's already working in the Philippines, you ain't hardly got to kick them nothing. But if you get one, just be careful. Be careful how you deal with them. Be careful of the scams. If you got to give them more than, I think Life Beyond the Sea say if you got to give them more than $20, $30 a month, you got the wrong one. And then you give them that, they need this, and you need that, and they need this. Kick them to the curb. You can find one better than that. Now, don't get me wrong. They need money over there. I don't know why they don't have food stamp system. Hey, I guess it's what? It's get it how you live. But they could kick these people, some food stamp vouchers and stuff like that. And they got people in jail. They could put them to work on the rice paddies and things like that. or whatnot. But third world countries, they don't do that. China, China's the same way. Well, China got plenty of work for you. If you don't work, you don't eat. And China got plenty of work. Philippines, they got land. They got people in jail. You put the people in jail, they can put them to work, and then employ other people to grow food. Things like that. So, well, just remember, they always got some kind of excuse. They have, it's never the same. It's always something new when you chat them. Oh, there was another young one. They have a different problem every single day. It's different. It's like they're writing it down. So be careful. Empaths, simps, they will drain you dry and move right along. Be careful on your dating endeavors with these people around the world. Now, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed my time. It really helped me out having somebody to talk to sometimes, even if it was on WhatsApp, things like that. And yeah, I really enjoyed my chat, and I'm glad I was able to help my wife. It didn't hurt me none. Her family's doing better. Her family's doing real good. She's here working. Everything is good for her and her family. Everything is good for me. Everybody, don't look over the red flags. Pay attention to all the red flags and write them down, and make sure you are compatible. Make a list of what you want out of a female, and don't settle down until you find the one that you like. And it'll be a lot more smooth sailing. Don't get one who's 30 years younger than you, or something like that, because when she come here, she probably gonna leave you because you're way too old. Uh, that's all I got. I'm fixing to get me some fried chicken. You get off that plane in the Philippines, you go to the mall, just go there and have fun. You know, date, be careful, be safe, and be careful and be safe. I'll holler at y'all. I'll holler at y'all out there in YouTube land later. Bye.